We've got rollback netcode. A lot of people have been able to play, and then every UNI2 bracket, like every major, has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm really looking forward to seeing final numbers at Evo this year because, oh boy, there's
Definitely
a lot
going
of
to be the
people who
biggest
have
one.
signed up for that. But we're going to get into it right now. We've got Beatie versus Speeze, so Nanase versus Akatsuki.
Now, Speeze is no stranger to making top 8s here at TNS, so definitely the one that we're looking out for when it comes to winning this set, but you don't want to be putting Beatie down because Beatie did beat Star to make it to this point, and already Beatie is getting some good damage in, and already great awareness on those fireballs to make it over them.
Yeah, well, I really like the chain shift coming out of Speeze, the overhead, and then the hover too to change everything, and a grid break coming out for Speeze. This is very important with the knockdown as well. And then not really getting these continual air combos, which is important, but I do like breaking the projectile on the side of Speeze so that Akatsuki wasn't able to keep doing things, but the wake up DP is pretty powerful.
Oh, but that Beatie will miss, and this will give Speeze a free punish in the corner, no less. So leading to good damage, and also the setup afterwards as well. Beatie getting thrown in the corner. One more good hit will be it for Speeze to take this round. Ooh. But Beatie waking up with a throw, pushing Speeze into the corner. Okay.
Dude, that was actually crazy. Wow, that was really nice with that the dive kick coming out of Speeze. Beatie, really good ideas. I think the throws were on point, but the way that Speeze is able to manipulate the airspace for Nanase and change up that jump trajectory has been really, really crucial. But right now, Beatie getting a lot of hits, and the backdash was nice, too.
But now Beatie is in Speeze's face, and this is where Akatsuki does get scary. Oh, but we're going to be really risky with those parries. They are very high risk, high reward, so we want to be very careful, even if you do get a lot of reward from using them, especially in that corner situation. But Beatie going for the J2C. Speeze not going to challenge afterwards. That's going to be another grid break.
Yeah, this is a really good round for Speeze. Not going to be able to get too terribly much off of this. And then the throw, it did get gold tech, so that's really great stuff for Speeze. I was so concerned that they were not going to be able to catch that backdash coming out of Beatie, but it did work out fine for Speeze. Another counter hit coming out for Beatie, though, and now is going to be able to chain shift, get a lot of that meter back, which is great. The cross through, though, coming in from Speeze, and I really like the way that they're setting up all of these projectiles to make it very difficult for Beatie to approach. And here we finally have a continuation of a combo. Very, very solid stuff, kind of expecting... Actually, I wasn't expecting the throw, but I really like that. And then the chain shift did come out there. There we go.
Back, setting out the fireball. Beatie going to block it, and there's the punish coming out as Speeze tries to cross up to the other side. Beatie getting around on the table with very low life remaining. It also has a slight meter advantage going into this next round, so we'll have 100 meter if they want to force a situation with those C fireballs.
I dare you to throw a third time. No, went for the low. So you see Beatie was actually like posturing to go for that third throw, and Speeze was just able to go in with those lows and totally manipulate the way that Beatie was approaching. But now Beatie is going to get back in. I really like the high-low here. You got all of the Rekka kicks coming out. The grab does not work out because Speeze did a really excellently timed backdash. Low, once again, good extension of the combo here.
And Speeze can extend that combo even more as well because chain shift is on the table, so the CVO will come out straight into the infinite worth to go for the easy stabilized kill as Speeze takes that first game over Beatie, looking real strong.
That was really good stuff. I mean, I would say that Beatie had good ideas, was playing Akatsuki to the best of their ability, definitely was trying to get in as they could, and you know, there's only so much you can do as an Akatsuki player when you have one projectile. It's a good projectile, but it's kind of slow moving, so you need to make sure that you're setting it up appropriately or following it up with, you know, the Rekka kicks or things like that. But the way that Speeze was able to change the air trajectory and the timing and tempo in the air, I think has been really important for their gameplay.
Yeah, I think that's a really crucial part about this matchup as well because Akatsuki has very committal anti-airs. So being able to change that air trajectory and bait those out to get in against Beatie is proving to be very important and really the deciding factor when it comes to Speeze taking the advantage in neutral like this. And Speeze is looking so strong right now, looking to take a near perfect, not going to be quite a perfect, but we're going to use the... That was definitely not perfect. You try to go for the C fireball on that.
Oh, that was... Oh boy, that was a whole thing. That
ended
was
up
very
working out
scary,
perfectly, though.
Yeah, really nice stuff for Speeze. Very strong round. And in case you are new, because I have seen some people who said they're new to the stream and things like that, this is going to be a best of 2 or, you know, that sort of thing. So that, you know, Speeze is one away from moving on into our top 8. And is doing this in quite an expeditious manner, considering that they have this great corner situation and the disc is out. And so Beatie had to be careful to make sure they didn't do anything since they would have come back. These lows are catching Beatie by surprise every time.
Absolutely, but we do get the punish, and this is where Beatie can get things started. This is going to be leading to a Vorpal Cycle win for Beatie, as well as some meter exchange as well. Tries to go for the TP, but is going to get punished. These can definitely go for an infinite worth right here if we want to get as much damage from this interaction as possible, but Speeze will hold on to that meter to use the C-Ring mix-up. The parry coming out, but getting punished yet again. Speeze is on top of this, and Beatie trying to go for the C Fireball to lock down Speeze's approach, but great, excellent usage of that meter to stop that.
Caught the crows and then was able to get the breakdown immediately afterwards. So it was really interesting.
Up before the C-Ring hits. If it does hit, it leads to a lot of rewards. So Speeze doing a great job using their tools to maximum effectiveness. But here we go. We're getting into our next set already. Another top 8 winner side qualifier. And Keitoless stepping up to the stage as a different flavor of Akatsuki to represent this character in a different light.
Yeah, we're going in against MasamuneNinjo's Enkidu. Very, very cool character. And so both of these characters are going to want to play up close. I would say in this situation, Akatsuki has the range advantage, but what the advantage now is to this life. Good lord, Keitoless is doing phenomenally. You know what else would be phenomenal? Go ahead and type !Matcherino in chat and make sure you donate your free 25 cents to the Matcherino!
Right now we have $3 in the prize pool. Can always get bigger, get these players paid out by the end of the night. And Keitoless definitely wants that money because they are on a roll in this first game. MasamuneNinjo cannot get a single hit against Keitoless as they are mixing them up here in the corner, hitting that overhead, leading to great reward here in the corner. And one more good interaction, tries to shimmy him out, but MasamuneNinjo going for their large abundance to catch that backdash.
Good stuff from MasamuneNinjo to be able to recover from all of that, because that was a lot of damage. I like the CS there to just change things up, because that last hit would have left Keitoless incredibly vulnerable. But we were able to close it out with the C Fireballs. Thank you for the code redemptions, everybody. I appreciate that. But that is going to be one on the board for Keitoless, taking this, like, I don't know, I want to call it like CQC kind of match, because, you know, a lot of the characters in here, they have some ranged options, but this is straight up CQC. You were right up in their face the whole time.
And Akatsuki can just sit back and throw fireballs if he wants, though they're definitely not the strongest option to do. So definitely getting in that close range is the most effective for Keitoless, but also very effective for Enkidu, as we're seeing here, as MasamuneNinjo gets that corner to throw Keitoless into the corner, and the J2C, the 6C will whiff there.
Ooh, a little bit of a whiff on the rest of the corner there as well, but good shield. You have to be so careful with that shield, just, you know, you don't want to get grid broken and all of the other things that with it, but MasamuneNinjo is just in there, breaks out the entire defense, but puts themselves in the corner and is going to give Keitoless a chance to get in there. Now, I love the J2C to continue that combo. That was a really sick way to use that move.
Absolutely. Keitoless is sitting back, shielding it all, trying to go for a bit of a risky option right there. It's going to get counter hit in the process. And MasamuneNinjo taking their first round of the set, looking to take one more to even up the game count. But Keitoless is going to have something to say about that. MasamuneNinjo getting an anti-air, getting the steer ender as well to get that hard knockdown in the mid-screen, and there's the punish on the DP.
Yeah, that DP was, I mean, I get the idea, but unfortunately didn't work out, which means this is a really big punish point for MasamuneNinjo. I like the way that they're protecting the airspace there as well. There's a good extension of the combo there that we didn't get to see the last time because he dropped the combo, and oh, homie, you are all the way dead. Goodbye. Have a nice life. Or death. Whichever.
Yeah, there's not really much you could have done there in that situation if you are Keitoless. I mean, we could have just gone for the CVO as well to really make sure that killed. But MasamuneNinjo here going to even things up, 1-1, looking real strong. And one good thing that you want to point out about MasamuneNinjo, particularly with Enkidu, is that his unique trait is Habit. And what that means is that big counter hits become big counter hits. So even on trades, he can get full combos. So trying to beat Akatsuki, CQCing him in front of his face can be deadly if you're not careful with which buttons you press.
Yeah, the really great call out there, Salty. I like that. Because it's important for everybody to know what's going on, but then right now what's going on is that Keitoless is trying to do a run of the exact same way that the first round of the first game started. Going to be able to close it out with that low. Really excellently done. So now does MasamuneNinjo turn it around like they did in the second round of the last game? So starting out, no, you get hit with that overhead from Akatsuki. The fireball is going to carry all the way into the corner here. There's a knockdown, the backdash to just protect the life, and then electric hedgehog grab comes right out.
This is where things get really scary because Akatsuki is a step dash character, so shimmies become very potent, as well as being able to not telegraph your throws as easily. Wait, is this enough to kill? Oh! DBO coming out?
Maybe?
Is this enough damage? Holding my breath.
The scaling?
Oh, that is.
Yeah, good lord. Nearly 5.5, but 5.4 favor particular because she has the speed to be able to, you know, control some of... There's some space issues that sometimes Kuon can have with his projectiles, but if Kuon doesn't let you play, then you ain't playing the video game you paid for.
Yeah, and Kuon is a very cool character to watch. I'm awesome in that same camp, even if I don't play the character. A very well-rounded character, kind of similar to Hyde in that sense, where they can kind of do really anything well. Not really a Shoto, though. Definitely leaning more further into very potent tools that can be exploited if you're not careful. And Toxics is definitely exploiting Shaly's defense as they have Shaly backed up into the corner, but that's what I'm talking about. That laser into the killer, easy confirm from really any range as long as it hits.
Yeah, and I really like using that BDP into the 3C and then the charge 5C. Oh, that was a really good flash kick too. And then the diagonal coming off of the force function, because Kuon is a very diverse focus function. That is the float that he's doing right there. And you can press A, B, or C to get different options. And you can also use different directional inputs as well. So I like the zoning tools because, I mean, Kuon at its core has a lot of really good zoning tools. Or just run up throw. Really cool stuff. Could have set up the C wheel there, which actually may have protected the space a little bit better. Unfortunately, though, did not set up the wheel, was sort of stuck, and ended up losing the round.
But here we go. Kuon going into this next round with full meter, and that's not a situation you want to find yourself in. Kuon does build a lot of meter and can use that meter very well. I mean, just going to 3C into C ring can just be an instant situation forcing maneuver where they can immediately put you into pressure, put you into that 8-way mix-up that you just have to deal with.
This is good stuff coming out from Shaly. The wall bounce, and then, yeah, after the wall bounce, you connect with the DPB. I like using the slide there, and then with the B ring. Oh, this is nasty. I like it. Yeah, using your C and then the 3C to close that out. 2B didn't catch, but this is getting really tricky for Toxics. They will win the cycle, so Shaly needs to be careful with that. No, you don't. You get the throw, but it was something that they were aware of.
Yeah, absolutely. But here we go. We're going into the final round of game number 1, and immediately Shaly just starting off with full force, throwing Toxics immediately into the corner. No questions asked. Already spending meter to get that hard knockdown and that damage. And there's the floats coming out, trying to get an overhead on Toxics, trying to open them up. And that flash kick will not be the play as Toxics will move them into the corner instead as they swap sides.
Yeah, you know, Kuon does have a lot of tools. Of course, you know, Universal 3D could have gotten out of there, but also has several teleports. Does not matter, though, if you're Toxics, because Toxics has got you stuck in here. Really using the tornado to good effect, too. A lot of blocking. Yeah, block low, react high, see what's going to happen. Does get opened up there. It's just like Shaly could not do what they wanted to do, and then would unfortunately just get caught blocking the wrong way. I like the idea of the block low, react high, but Toxics was so good at changing which move they were going to use very unpredictably, which is exactly what they should have done, and it was to great effect.
And also, you can do things with Nanase as well, where you can really just omega delay that dive hit. So when they don't expect you to go for that overhead, immediately at the tail end of it, you just hit them with that overhead, get that full combo. That's exactly what Toxics did to seal that first game. But Shaly looking to turn things around, immediately throwing Toxics into the corner yet again. But Toxics has been representing great shields to just push Shaly away. And even with those large normals that Kuon has, Shaly is really struggling to keep that pressure going when they get pushed out like that.
Great extended combo coming out of Shaly, who's able to take nearly all of Toxics' life. They're going to get 100 EXS on the board here. That was really nice. So they avoided the chain shift coming out of Toxics, did the neutral jump, was able to get that diagonal projectile coming out, that lightning. worked out great. Got a perfect for Shaly and has 100 meters to start this round with, which is awesome.
Absolutely, and there's the overhead into the disc. That's going to be very safe. And Toxics will continue their turn here, keeping Shaly locked down here in a jail. Has some mirror on hand as well. Has changed it as well if they want to use that as a reactionary tool. Locked down here. There's a late dive kick that I was talking about before, opening up Shaly once again, but not able to fully combo it this time around.
Yeah, good invincible reversal there coming out of Shaly using, again, like Kuon has so many tools and it works out really great for him. So flash kick input works out great for Shaly, but Toxics once again is in there. It's ridiculous how sticky they are right now. Thank you for the code contribution, appreciate that. And then, yeah, using the rings once again with these little tiny hop kicks. Another deep reversal coming out from Shaly. There was a chain shift in there from Toxics, which was keeping them safe. That was actually probably crucial to keeping them alive for the rest of this round.
Backdash going for the laser. Oh, and the teleport to avoid the slide. Very well played from Shaly to stay alive, but not for much longer. Toxics confirming the hit straight into the steer ender to get that stabilized combo to finish off that round.
This is the most even we've had at round start, which has been very cool. Oh yeah, nice bait out of Toxics. Shaly has been using that flash kick to great effect, but if it gets baited, you gotta change up what you are doing and how you're thinking about things, because that was definitely a good bait. I don't know if Shaly's gonna be able to recover from this. They're gonna get 100 meter off of it, but are you gonna be able to live? Yep, there's a little EX there. Ooh, what a backdash from Toxics.
Liver of Hope. Shaly finding their way out and getting the side swap as well, throwing Toxics into the corner, but still you have to worry about that meter that Toxics has on hand. A DP cancel can be deadly and can be crucial to swapping the ties of this match right now, but Shaly going to open up Toxics with that overhead float cancel. Oh, misses the input though. Ooh. Now suddenly things are much scarier again, and there it is, the late dive kick coming through to catch Shaly off guard.
If you did not see Frosty Faustings, which again, like that was a while ago, to be fair, but Defiant did spectacularly playing this Londrekia, who's, as you were saying, you know, much of the cast did get new moves. Londrekia has these incredible diagonal ice splinters that come rain down from the sky.
But we don't talk about those.
Hey, I talk about those because they're cool. No pun intended. Maybe pun intended? I don't know, but we're getting right into it. And Defiant is already doing a good job maintaining the space. Oh, doesn't get the Rekka though.
Londrekia is going to be your mid-range pressure type of character, kind of focused with their part folks like 5B, 5C as well, and just chucking out fireballs as well. But Keitoless doing a good job at getting in front of Defiant's face and keeping them from using those very strong options that he has. But the 5A mash coming out from Defiant and believing in it, getting the combo into the side swap as well. The chain shift coming out from Keitoless, but there's the reaction from Defiant, knowing that Keitoless is going to go for that C fireball and responding with that Icicle Rain, that new move that we're just talking about.
Exactly, the C fireballs too coming out. Look at the little scoots coming out from Keitoless. You know what? They were scoots, but they were. So Akatsuki doesn't have a run. He just sort of has a little dash. That's why you're seeing the dash, 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 because he can't cross the screen like some of the characters. Actually, like Londrekia. Londrekia goes quite fast. Doesn't get the projectile connection afterwards. So a lot of what Defiant is going to be looking for is if you see that ice mode, the second skill that hits will freeze Akatsuki or freeze the opponent character. So it's something that Defiant is always looking to be able to do because you just get free damage.
There's a throw coming out from Keitoless, but I don't think they wanted that back. They're trying to bring the situation back to normal, trying to throw Defiant back into the corner, but Defiant getting that great tech and playing this defense game very well, taking all of those throws and saying, Keitoless, no, you're not going to do that to me. And instead, I'm going to throw you into the corner instead, setting up the Ice Flower, but a great tech from Keitoless, Keitoless' side, and that's going to be bringing them out of that corner, giving them a position to where they can try and fight back against Defiant in the mid-screen, but that Icicle Rain is going to prove to be such a problem.
I really like the VO they're coming out from Defiant. Yeah, just go ahead, use it. It's just, that's a power play, really. And then the tip of the sword is going to catch Keitoless. This is really good stuff. There's that freeze, and then using the, it's a 6B, I believe, that you can just throw out with that. Yeah, throw out the staff. And it's such a slow move that you kind of have to use it in the freeze, so it worked out great for Defiant. 1-1 in rounds. This game is actually a lot closer than I was anticipating, and I like that. But the two Rekkas coming out have done a lot of good, especially with the side switch coming out for Defiant.
baiting out a lot of these parries. Keitoless being a little too parry happy, and that's giving Defiant so much space to work with because that life pool is going to start to deplete for Keitoless. But Defiant's life pool is also going to start to deplete as Keitoless does find a combo on Defiant. The VO coming out, that's going to stop Keitoless from even thinking about that chain shift.
Oh,
trying to go for the tech.
Oh, sorry for interrupting you, but I really liked the throw bait on that because there was a little shimmy there from Defiant looking like it was going to come out of throw, and Keitoless was like, it's my time to be the electric hedgehog, nope, and just backdash, then was able to get the freeze. Good stuff coming out from Defiant, but you know, Keitoless did a really nice job fighting back.
Yeah, and another thing about that interaction as well is that Defiant actually has done that multiple times during that set. And before Keitoless has every single time, but Defiant mixing up, going for that shimmy instead and catching them out with the flower to back them up was really smart.
Ooh, just staying slightly out of range, and then does get caught with a low from Keitoless, but there's some good, you know, range movement coming out from Defiant. Ooh, yeah, that was nice. I thought the throw was going to come out first. We get 2 throws in a row. We're going to get a third. No, backdash does get caught by the force function. Force function does look very similar to another moveset on Defiant, so it's always good to know that if it's slightly bigger, it is the force function set.
One thing you got to realize too is that it is a 1-button DP, so Defiant can just use that on pretty much any gap that Keitoless does create. So it does prove to be very risky, especially if you don't have chain shift to be able to cancel afterwards. But Defiant's not going to even have to worry about playing that defense game as Keitoless is stuck here in the corner, has 200 meter on the table, but won't be able to spend it. The 5BB catching them, and there it is, the 2-2C coming out. I think that's 2-2C. I might be wrong mixing up those moves. But either way, catching Keitoless, trying to go for that C fireball and take back their turn.
Nice continuation of the start of this combo coming out from Keitoless in the second round of the second game. But Defiant does Defiant things. News at 11, and it's gonna get a hit really hard, taking back everything that they took. Yeah, uses that freeze to set up the flower. The overhead is going to cause a grid break from Keitoless, and with that much of time left through the cycle, that's huge.
Straight into the IW as well, getting as much damage as they can out of that interaction. And 5.9k. Keitoless is still alive, still holding on, but Defiant has Celestial now and just jumps back, bends the Celestial, gets 200 meter for free, and once that meter comes out, going for the Ice Rain to force a situation on Keitoless. Look, we're seeing it once again. See the fireball come out, Ice Rain comes out. Defiant going to be taking the set, moving on into winners of finals of a top 8 and sending Keitoless down to losers 2-0. Future, but what is going to come in the near future is this set coming up like we have talked about thus far. It will be the Nanase Mirror Toxic versus Speeze.
Oh, let's go. I love a good mirror match.
The classic jump attack, B fireball, and round start.
Yeah, really good stuff. So, Toxic, oh, and shout out to production. Yes, Toxic is blue, Speeze is red. Love that. Thank you for making all of our lives so much easier. But a grid break coming out from Speeze almost immediately afterwards. There's rings, there's everywhere. You want a side of onion rings with your Nanase fries? Because we got them.
Both players are grid broken. I don't think I've ever seen this happen too often before. No one getting the cycle on the very first go around. But Toxic, what's more important in this moment is that they do have this corner position and is letting Speeze know that they are in control. The counter hit, the red beat combo, but we're going to take that damage regardless. One more hit for Toxic is all they need, trying to go for the throw, but it's going to get teched by Speeze. But that air dash over the fireball will be enough to take that round. Toxic, 1 up here in game number 1.
Yeah, I like that there's so many similar ideas coming out from both of them, so they both have the ring set up and they're going very slowly. Now we're getting Speeze coming out, putting Toxic into the corner, but Toxic is doing such a good job because they know the frame data and the timing on Nanase. They play the character where they're able to do things like that, where you can get a really great grab bait and then totally take control of everything afterwards. Then you get the throw. The VO is gonna be punished pretty heavily here, and just Speeze is not gonna really get the chance to do anything. Yeah, that VO is just meow. I love that grid break moment because it was like, Mom said if I don't get to have grid, then you don't get to have grid either. It was just this really funny thing. I don't think I've ever seen that either.
Yeah, it's almost as rare as a grid tie, I feel. I think I've seen like one grid tie in
maybe
all the tournaments I've casted so far.
But once again, so Toxic's very much in control of this Nanase mirror match. The throw coming into okay, that one did get teched, so good awareness on the side of Speeze because the throws were getting getting free damage pretty much. And then another throw trying to come out from Toxic's, and then another throw. Okay, so we gotta come out with a different plan, I think. But the plan is now just do lots of damage if you're Toxic.
At 3.8k, that's nothing to really overlook, and you don't want to overlook Toxic's run so far in this set. One more round on a set point, and they're going to be taking it over Speeze if they can win this one right here. That would have been an explosive hit, but this is going to be another explosive hit, hitting them with that punish assault overhead.
Okay, coming in there. Nice use of an EX coming out there, but I really feel like regardless of the fact that Speeze is the one who is getting the damage in right now, Toxic still feels like they're in control. Yeah, does tech out of there, does get thrown, gets a second throw. I dare you to do it a third time. Nope. See, Toxic's expected it, and now they're getting punished for it. They expected that third throw because who expects a Spanish Inquisition?
Oh,
nobody.
But both players going into this next round with 200 mirror on the table, and I love that aggressive approach from Toxic because normally with that Nanase round start, you want to be jumping back, tossing out that fireball, and Toxic is like, okay, you're going to do that, I'm going to run forward and go for the anti-air. That's the thing, like, you don't want to get predictable on that round start, even if it's a very strong option.
Definitely, that's a really great call out. But okay, we get the chain shift to go ahead and make sure that Toxic's going to be safe because they can smell the victory. They want to be in that comfortable winners finals, and they are going to be in that winners finals facing Defiant. Toxic, spectacular
Counter hit if you try to go for that option, and that's exactly what netted Toxic's that win in the end. Still though, I'm looking forward to Speeze's bracket run later on because they are still in a top 8, but this is loser side, so whoever loses here will be out of top 8 basically.
Yeah, definitely relegated to the spectators bracket, where there's some fabulous spectators in chat here today. So thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful Saturday where we can have lots and lots of uni. And right now, MasamuneNinjo, who did an incredible job in the first part of the bracket that we got to see, didn't get to see like a ton of the Enkidu play, but had some very solid ideas going against another Akatsuki in StoryTime right now. And unfortunately for StoryTime, they are getting caught. They are getting just really pressured in this corner. MasamuneNinjo, just, you can see the way that they're changing up the moveset so that they can get some good timing. And then, oh, the parry came out from StoryTime but didn't net anything. Now he's able to get a launcher though. Let's see what else we get to see.
Oh, we see an overhead. That's going to be it. Very hard to react to, very fast, and that nets so much reward for StoryTime, even more so because all the meter that StoryTime has available, going for the concentrate, trying to get closer and closer to that celestial state, but not able to get it. Instead, using that chain shift, noticing MasamuneNinjo going for that parry and getting that throw off, and there is the counter hit from StoryTime, punishing the throw tech from MasamuneNinjo, and that's going to be the round for StoryTime, even though MasamuneNinjo was looking so in control the entire round.
Agreed. That was a really interesting turn of events for StoryTime. Well, really, for MasamuneNinjo. So now they are taking their turn back and putting StoryTime in this opposite corner. 3.7k, you know, not too shabby, of course. And a little bit of, no, I don't want to say parry, just like a specific move for Akatsuki. A little bit of the shielding coming out, and the big stomp switches aside back into the corner. What is the rest of this going to be? They had, yeah, they spend the meter, but, you know, StoryTime does have, well, they did have 200. They spent a little bit and got the shield, so it took a bit off. This is Masamune's to lose, but they did not lose it.
MasamuneNinjo has actually been representing that option quite a bit. Every single time StoryTime goes for that chain shift, they're going for that parry, so maybe StoryTime can take advantage of that if they see that habit forming even more so for the rest of the set. This is still game number 1, and StoryTime will not be going down in game number 1 without a fight. Game the side swap, going to block this wake up option. Still has Jimmy on the table, trying to go for the overhead, and is going to get snuffed out of the air.
Combo coming out here from MasamuneNinjo. What a catch to the throat. Oh, yeah, there was a recovery from StoryTime. If they hadn't teched that, it could have continued the combo. But, whoa, put themselves in the corner. This is not the most ideal position for MasamuneNinjo. The chain shift is going to work out their throw back into the corner and just punishes the DP.
Wasn't the most favorable, but if there's a will, there's a way. And MasamuneNinjo gained that back throw, throwing StoryTime into the corner. With that low health, StoryTime really had to play perfectly. And unfortunately, under the pressure of all of the different system mechanics in this game and all the tools that MasamuneNinjo has been representing, That would prove to be a very tough battle for StoryTime as they lost in the end. But still, though, that was game number 1, and StoryTime can make a comeback here if they want to. 2 games in a row is definitely feasible.
Definitely. Yeah, but right now I really like how MasamuneNinjo is approaching. Yeah, getting right in there from StoryTime. StoryTime opening up with a lot of shields and things like that. Just more defensive. But the backdash and then the punish on the coming move from MasamuneNinjo was really, really good. And then the launch comes out as well. Oh, I don't know if they're going for a grab or something, but there's a lot of just testing the waters in terms of just using like little 5As to just check spacing. Backdash though, and the roll coming out from MasamuneNinjo, get a low profile, everything coming out from StoryTime.
Gain the punish with the J2C, but not able to get too much off of it because that was a jump back. Still though, StoryTime has the corner control, and as I say that, MasamuneNinjo heard me and said, nope, I have the corner instead, and with chain shift as well. I think this is dead. No, I don't think we're going to get our 200 meter, but this is going to be very close to it.
Yeah, I mean, with the 200 meter ab, definitely could have worked out. But the overhead, so StoryTime was able to just neutral jump and then come out with the overhead on MasamuneNinjo. You trying to see what's going on? Yep, went in for the throw. The C Fireballs is going to continue the combo. He's going to change it for an extension. He is going to win the cycle. Yeah, just walks back, gets it, and baits out a grab and punishes. StoryTime for the second time in this set was able to just clutch it out.
Here in the corner. Oh, here in the mid screen, the counter hit from the 2-2 DP coming out. There's the throw from StoryTime trying to get the J2C cross up, but not able to score it. However, they're able to score a hit on MasamuneNinjo regardless, and with chain shift as well, there's going to be free corner carry into the corner or spend that mirror with the C Tatsu.
Ooh, backdash, really sneaky movement coming in from StoryTime. Ooh. Ah, yeah, the chain shift to keep that DP safe, because I was like, honey, you are going to get so punished for that if you keep doing it. But we are going to get some signs of life coming up from MasamuneNinjo. Had a lot of VO still left. Can spend a little bit more here if they want to. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and do the IW. Not going to kill 5.1k though. Doesn't punish the grab, but the overhead is going to work out for StoryTime. I believe this is our first 1-1 on stream. But also, before, real quick, and I missed this, and I'm sorry. Tim, thank you so much for the $10 direct contribution to our Matcherino. Greatly appreciated, bringing that total up to $15.75. We still have 27 codes remaining. Find your friends, tell your mom, dad, sisters, neighbors, dog walkers, babysitter, we got codes. Get them!
Yeah, we want to see those codes gone by the end of the night. We got 26 codes remaining as well. I'm going to do one myself. But here we go. Back into it. Final game of this set. One more game will be it for either of these players. And that J2C did so much work for StoryTime, not only on offense, but defense as well. And every single time, MasamuneNinjo has not expected it and has not really been trying to punish it either. Whenever MasamuneNinjo does get a punish on it, normally it's because StoryTime messed up themselves.
Really good call out there, Salty. It's something that we can all be looking for, and StoryTime has felt incredibly comfortable. You can see the confidence just because of the way that they're playing now. They're much braver, they're more aggressive, whereas they were playing a lot more defensively early on. They just came out with the assertion of their combos and just the way that they're able to play, and I love seeing that. Yet that, like seeing the green shields too, getting that little bit of pushback onto MasamuneNinjo, cross over, but the grid break gonna be a big opportunity for StoryTime. I mean, you have so much of this cycle left.
This is monumental. I mean, the health advantage is one thing, but arguably, like, the grid break advantage or the grid advantage is even more important because it nets you so much reward in the long run when it comes to these rounds. But MasamuneNinjo showing that they do not care and that they're going to be powering through regardless, as they have StoryTime locked here in this corner combo. It's going to be doing the maximum amount of damage as it can spam the meter at the end. Not enough to kill, but a single throw will be enough if MasamuneNinjo wants to go for it.
Oh, that time, the overhead that won StoryTime the previous round does get stuffed by MasamuneNinjo. Great way for them to figure out what was going on. The big counter hit to start off this round for MasamuneNinjo. So they are both 1-1. The winner of this is going to fight Speeze, and nobody this far wants to go to the loser. Well, the spectators bracket. You're in losers. What a throw. Ouchie, that hurt my soul.
This is looking like MasamuneNinjo's round to win. This is the final round of the game, and StoryTime yet to find a single hit. MasamuneNinjo closing it off with a perfect, moving on through
that. And for everybody who did the codes, wow,
they're just
we got like 12 codes in that time. Y'all are the best.
Call to actions work.
Yo,
Subscribe and like.
It's because UNI2 chat's best chat.
That is true. But here we go. We're getting another Akatsuki. You know, if you like Akatsuki, this is your night, yo. I mean, it's always going to be your night at TNS because there's so many Akatsuki players that show up. So many strong Akatsuki players. But so many in top 8 so far. We have 3 in this bracket. But Shaly is looking to take another one out, following in MasamuneNinjo's footsteps.
I don't think I've ever seen so many Akatsukis in a bracket before, and I've seen a lot of brackets of this game. But right now, Shaly is just showcasing perfect Kuon gameplay. This should be about, I think, 4.4K on all said and done. 4.8, sorry. Yeah, that surely did. Heavens to Betsy, as one might say.
Honestly,
that was a lot of damage.
Because normally Kuon's infinite worth doesn't really do that much damage.
Right. Yeah, the scaling was really interesting in that particular situation. Oh, that dashing out of Beatie was really nice. And then, like you had called out earlier, Salte, with that flash kick reversal, because of course it's one of Kuon's faster moves, was baited out, and now Beatie is doing a great job doing everything they can. As soon as I say that, Commentators curse from downtown, Shaly is getting the opportunity to get a big combo in to end with that C wheel. To be not netting anything, and then the 6-6C doesn't get the overhead. Oh, but that does. This is really big. They're going to take the cycle once again, too. Oh, boy, yes, spend the meter. Get a chain shift as well if you want to, and they're going to get Celestial if they win this, if Beatie lives that long. Might not. Nope.
I love that Shaly would just... They had Beatie stuck in there in corner, even though they were one hit away from death. Even if Beatie could have just done a single 2-2 DP, 2-2C DP, 2-2B DP, and just get out of that situation. I love how aggressive Shaly continued to be in just stuffing out Beatie, not really letting the threat of that DP coming out really dissuade them.
I think it is just, masterful mental manipulation. I did not mean for that to be an alliteration, but it was. And in any case, we get a big grid break coming up pretty much immediately from Beatie, and that's going to be a little devastating for Shaly because, of course, that first grid cycle is really important to get you that 10% extra damage if you win and things like that, and the ability to do chain shift, keep yourself defense and stuff like that. But Shaly is just being very, I want to say, brave with those 3Ds because they can get punished if they're not careful.
Chain shift
3C, excuse me.
Oh, we try to cancel into the DP, but every single time Shaly is just so patient, waiting for it to finish and then getting the punish afterwards. So that DP proves to be no call for Shaly as Beatie is stuck in the corner. And this is definitely a problem for Beatie because Shaly does have that vorpal cycle and going to hit that 2C, catching Beatie low, and that's going to be the round for Shaly as they go on to set point, speed running this set so far.
Definitely, but also huge shout outs to Cracker2122 with the $100 direct contribution. We are now at $123.75 in this match arena. We are playing for some money tonight.
Love the support. Keep showing it, y'all. This is only round 1 of top 8, so keep that coming in. Keep that love coming in. I love the Undernight community. I love Shaly's dominance here in this mid-screen. Yet again, even though that they're about even life pool, Shaly just looks so in control.
Shaly is very much in control. Beatie looks confused, honestly. The way that they're moving around, they're trying to find things. They're unsure of when they want to be able to play because they don't know, since Shaly has been so good at changing up the different moves that they're using. And a breakdown, Shaly said, see ya, I want to crack at some of that.
Definitely trying to make this run even better. I mean, they made it this far already. Why not get one more win to try and sweeten that deal? But playing against a player like Speeze, who's looking so dominant with that Nanase, even though that they're down here in losers, it's definitely not a path you want to take. But we're getting to that point in the top 8 where everyone is becoming killers, and whoever wins these sets is always going to be uncertain. But MasamuneNinjo is definitely certain that they're getting this round start interaction 1 here against Speeze.
You have great round start there for MasamuneNinjo. But because of the way that you can gain grid, all of that blocking actually won things for Nanase. But MasamuneNinjo does not care. He's like, grid be darned, I'm going to take my turn back. 3D, that creeping edge, again, we have not seen that particularly often, but it's a really good thing if you can, get that cross up. Dive kick does get them out of there. Oh boy, are you going to get anything? There is no real way except like one character-specific thing to gain health back in Uni. So where Speeze is where Speeze is. Oh my gosh, she's such a brave little girl. Just throw them.
Chain shift, that could have been very scary for Speeze and trying to go for that assault overhead. Very smart too, because it also just completely avoids the fact that you're going to be seeing that red miss. But MasamuneNinjo just backdashing, going for the safest option, and getting that punish really as Speeze lands. Great job to MasamuneNinjo getting that first round, but Speeze does have this core position, getting grid broken, hitting him with that overhead.
Oh, this is
the reward here. Great starter.
Yeah, big damage coming out from MasamuneNinjo. Enkidu in the corner is so strong and so powerful, and you're seeing that here go into the IW. I'm gonna do 5 points more damage. Ugh, that hurts my soul. Veil-Off does manage to work out the speed. Gets the overhead, has plenty of VO to work with too. You could end it in EX and then ooh. I don't think that was the direction that they wanted that to go, but had just a little bit more to go and was able to recover. Should be able to win this cycle as it'll be over in about 2 seconds now. If Enkidu doesn't die, he's not dead.
I wonder if we could have gone for that chain shift and gotten a kill from that. I'm not too sure, but Speeze cleaning up, staying alive, keeping their composure, game that slide in, catching MasamuneNinjo low, and now we're even up in rounds here in game number 1, and immediately Speeze is going to be going out of the gates swinging.
Definitely swanging, and then throwing as well, throwing Akatsuki into the opposite quarter. I can't believe this is the first game. It seems like it's gone much more back and forth, but then counter hit comes out from MasamuneNinjo, and Speeze gonna take a pretty significant amount of damage here. Recovery, yeah, everybody's been able to recover out of that, even though MasamuneNinjo is doing a good job protecting the airspace and was able to continue the combo if they wanted to. That disc comes back. What a combo extension from Speeze.
Oh, in the overhead reset as well. Whether it's a drop, whether it's a reset, it worked out perfectly for Speeze, catching MasamuneNinjo off guard. And now Speeze is going to be taking the lead here in this losers quarters match. MasamuneNinjo taking a bit of time to think about the matchup and getting right back into the swing of things. One more game for Speeze will be enough to secure their losers a semis, a spot, but like you said, it feels like it's been going much longer than that, and MasamuneNinjo has been going very back and forth, hand to hand with Speeze.
I feel like we need a breather. Oh, there is no breather. There was a throw that came out from Nanase, but it's going to be punished very, very heavily here from MasamuneNinjo. Got the high low stomps coming out as well, shielded, and then just destroyed for poor Speeze. He is stomped on. You're gaining grid, but at what cost, my friend? What cost? The cost of your life.
Now, I like that MasamuneNinjo did go into the IW to secure that kill, but one thing that MasamuneNinjo could have done was actually spend that chain shift beforehand to get that refund. So instead of going into this next match with 0 meter, they could have gone into this next match with at least a little bit to start things off.
Good corner combo coming up from Speeze. You know, nice basic stuff, and sometimes basics are all that you need. But then the grid break and get dunked back from whence you came into this corner. Yeah, tons of meter coming out for MasamuneNinjo with that chain shift. But Speeze does not care, using that EX disc to get their combo started. And I really like the way that they use the tornado to get the movement coming out, and then the cross through with the sword car, best car.
Absolutely, and like a car, Speeze is trying to fly through this set, looking to make this a 2-0 against MasamuneNinjo. Does not want this to go another game, and with that dive kick, things are looking really good. MasamuneNinjo does have 200 meter on the table, so can use it as a defensive option if he so wishes to, or force his turn like we're seeing right here. The gold throw coming out, immediately dashing in to keep Speeze locked in.
Ooh, counter hits on both sides is going to sort of stop both of the aggression on either side. Overhead,
and honestly, I
low.
really like the pressure options that MasamuneNinjo is going for as well, whether it's that overhead kick, whether it's the backhand thrust. A lot of it is doing a very good job at just keeping Speeze grounded because it beats out so many of those aerial options.
Good patience on the side of MasamuneNinjo. Oh, I'm sorry. As soon as I said it, it got hit. You went in aggressed. Commentator's curse is sometimes instantaneous. This power cannot be contained, but they did a great job blocking that EX disc coming out from Speeze. The patience paid off that time, and now Speeze is taking a world of hurt. 200 meter IW. This is going to kill. Don't have to phone up Sajam. You did.
Yeah, more than enough. Overkill, if you will. A little too much, maybe. Maybe hold back a little.
Is there too much? It's Uni. I don't think there is. We take those.
Yeah.
We take those.
We don't pull punches. We don't pull punches. You're playing Enkidu, right? So
yeah, you
kind
can't.
of just sign that in the contract when you pick the character.
You really did. You're like, I will not hold back. Love Enkidu.
Yeah, absolutely. MasamuneNinjo doing a good job of avoiding those fireballs and sneaking their way in against Speeze, stuffing that approach.
So a lot of that damage came off of a whiff throw from Speeze. I like to point this out because in some games, a throw will move your character forward. In Uni, that is not the case. So they get punished. The creeping edge, though, does get Speeze out of the corner. That is invincible, but you can get grabbed out of it on the very back end of it if you're aware. And sometimes if your spacing is wrong, you won't cross up the character. So it's just important to know that that is punishable. But right now, Speeze has been using that system mechanic excellently because everybody has 3D.
These overheads are doing so much work for Speeze, doing all of the heavy lifting. Drops the combo though, and things are now looking so much scarier for Speeze because MasamuneNinjo can't secure the kill if they want to spend all of the meter they have available, and that's exactly what MasamuneNinjo will go for, getting the easy kill to take that round, and now on its set point over Speeze.
Enkidu does so much damage and it's upsetting, but it's fun to watch. I'm conflicted. It's sort of as conflicted as the fact that Speeze got a really good throw. Nice opener, but MasamuneNinjo, once again, the confidence coming out. You know, whereas we saw them just sort of flounder in the first time that we saw them on stream against Keitoless will be up next, they have just been a force to be reckoned with. This Enkidu is a brick wall, and I don't think he's going to let you through.
Oh, and trying to go for the VO, a free punch for MasamuneNinjo, immediately going for the disconnect.
Is rough for Akatsuki because the range is so difficult for him to get in. A really strong Kuon is going to be able to keep you out or keep you exactly where they want you. I know Beatie is usually our like setup character, but Kuon can do it too. However, Keitoless said, what if I just kicked you in the head and then moved you into the corner? Then it's all me.
Yeah, now this is where that tricky defense game that Kuon has to play comes into factor, because now Keitoless is, you know, doing a great job at just keeping Shaly locked down, but there's a counter hit throw coming out, reversing the situation, and now this is Shaly's time to shine.
So much shining, and this is the sort of lockdown that I'm talking about, using that 660 overhead. Oh, huge punish because there wasn't enough. Well, you didn't win the cycle, you couldn't chain shift, or you just weren't thinking about chain shifting. Overhead doesn't work out that time, but it's protected. A lot of force function coming out from Shaly. Yeah, that was very big risk, high reward, and get it.
Yeah, honestly, amazing blocks to Keitoless, being able to recognize that Shaly was going for that cross-up and able to block accordingly.
Good stuff. Yeah, you're getting the pillar, and you're going to get that hit. Making sure that you don't hit the bounce counter so that you can continue the combo appropriately. Oh, you're getting that little bit of a charge in there. I like that. Try to make sure that you win the grid cycle. Good thing.
I think that's like even more important when you're playing a character like Kuon, because he eats grid for breakfast, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because you're constantly using your force function with the float. That playing that grid management game can be very difficult if you're not careful with using that float effectively. And consistently with a lot of early Kuon players, a lot of beginner Kuon players, you'll see that they tend to lose the cycle quite a lot because they're trying to go for their very powerful options from that float cancel.
I think that's a very good thing to point out. Oh, he was trying to go for the punch, but you're going to use the double down C-EX, or the 2-2-C, if you will. Yeah, and do notice that Shaly, anytime that they use that float, that is taking some of their grid, and that is a giant resource that you want to make sure that you are, you know, taking care to always have. So that was a very good thing to point out. Yep, once again, was able to get that little charge, but the cycle goes to Keitoless.
Yeah, it's all come through because they use that float to get that first combo hit. But sometimes, you know, combos and hits can be much more important than winning that grid cycle. It's just a management game of what you think is more important at the current moment. And what's important to Shaly is that they really get as much damage as they can from this combo, spending all of the meters straight into the IW. I don't believe in the kill.
No,
Shaly doesn't believe in the kill either.
I don't. I was curious to see how much it did. I like the side switch into the slide. That worked really well for Shaly. But yeah, once you pointed it out that the IW on Kuon doesn't do as much as some of the other members of the cast, but it was still 5.3. It was a significant enough damage where Keitoless wasn't really able to make that comeback. However, we are going to get into the next round pretty much immediately. Keitoless, again, really good ideas, very solid gameplay, but Kuon shines in this matchup because you can just keep Akatsuki away or keep him where you want him.
Yeah, and you're not really playing like super committal zoning pressure either, similar to Hilda, where their zoning options have very specific things that they're calling out. When it comes to a character like Kuon, they can just go for that horizontal laser, build the entire screen, is basically hit scan. So you have to play extra careful when playing against the zoning game like Shaly does represent this character. And when you do get hit, of course, that full combo can come out of the
Oh my gosh, the range on 2B is really big, and Keitoless does get hit by that. Yeah, you're also going to get the C wheel coming out. The big force function coming out there. A lot of force function floats. The high-low is ridiculous on Shaly right now. Yeah, getting the chain shift. The overhead does hit, but then we get a tech on the throw too. Such great awareness on both players' sides. The ring is multi-hit, so it went through all of the projectiles and ended up punishing Keitoless. That was so smart.
Floating up at max height, really making Keitoless scared to press an option because going for a anti-air, like I said, Akatsuki's anti-airs are very committal, so you can see that Keitoless is not really trying to go for those options, and when you're going for these float cancels as well, they can be very safe, can bait out those anti-airs, and Shaly is really representing that to full force against Keitoless to really make them guess on defense, but Keitoless doesn't have to guess about taking that round as they take their first round of the set and looking to take another one to take this game.
Well, I don't know if they're going to get that opportunity, not in the first 5 seconds anyway, because we're going to get a big Kuon combo. Oh, they were both a little kind of shady in that area because we got the DP coming out, but Shaly was, you know, downtown, possibly at another location. Using that wheel once again to make sure that the spacing is where they want it. Caught once again. And that time we're going to get the 2C, which has a really good start and gets a little bit of a launch as well. 200 EXS if they want to use it, though they're going to use one there for the 2-2C wheel overhead, and then 2B is going to get parried.
And now what Shaly wants to do is they want to save that mirror, trying to save it for the next round. But Keitoless is still alive, and as long as they're still alive, they can take this round if you're not careful. One throw against Shaly. There's a tech from Shaly coming out, going for the Beatie, canceling it early with the chain shift. But magnificent defense, and as I say that, getting hit by the Beatie. Great reward for Keitoless. Going to have 200 meter for the IW as well. If Keitoless wants to use it, it will not use it. Instead, going for that C fireball to get some reliable damage instead.
CS to time stop this a little bit isn't going to work out, though. Keitoless is going to take a round and put that one on the board. This is still 1-2, so really scary stuff, honestly.
That was unfortunate, honestly. Like, I like the idea from Shaly. Shaly had pretty much all the life they needed to work with and just got a little too greedy. A little too greedy. And yeah, Keitoless just really representing fantastic corner pressure, and that's truly where Akatsuki really shines, because Akatsuki constantly struggles with playing that mid-range game against these characters because they can so easily back up and use the range of their normals to their advantage. But when you have your backup against the wall, then you're just seeing the full force of these frame traps, of these spacing traps, and Akatsuki then starts to play their own game.
And Akatsuki is certainly playing their own game right now. You can see the power potential behind this character. Obviously not an original character. The series comes from Akatsuki Blitzcamp, but we love our Blitzcamp, but we love the Akatsuki. And then using that 6C coming out from Shaly, we haven't seen that a lot, but it does cover a lot of screen space. Not that, you know, the rest of Kuon's that doesn't, but we get the, punish on the 2B from Keitoless. Really great stuff. One away. MasamuneNinjo in chat cheering them on, wants that run back from the very first match we saw with them on stream.
Yeah, will Shaly be able to keep this streak going? Will they be able to take this Akatsuki out before they make it into losers semis? Shaly is starting this off strong here in this round, but Keitoless still has that advantage, still is on a set point, but with that DP being baited out, that's going to be an even bigger lead for Shaly.
Oh my gosh, Shaly is relentless in this pressure, in this offense. The CS is going to help Keitoless block all of that. No, does not get anything right there. Backdash almost got caught by the better projectile, but there was a bit of a throw attack. And now we get a good solid combo. Yeah, wants to win that cycle, is gonna win the cycle, and then goes ahead and does the CS. I anticipate something coming out here. Nope. Just gonna keep going, and Keitoless could win the cycle once again. Does spend the diagonal C projectiles here as Shaly is stuck in the corner. The win is within their grasp. Oh, the creeping edge gets them out.
Alright, the parry on the laser. Not really going to get too much for Keitoless, but this hit is going to be doing a lot.
Oh, hold on.
Shaly flickering closer into the corner. The C-Tatsu as well. Is it enough to kill? Yes, it is. 3.7k. That's going to be the set. Going to Keitoless 2-1. Dethroning Shaly.
I anticipate EVO being the biggest bracket we have to date. EVO Japan was massive for Uni, and I can't wait to see what else. Oh, and of course, you know, Combo Breaker had over 600 people.
Yeah, that really just gives you a taste of what's to come. But right now, what's in the moment is that Defiant is playing against Toxic here in winners finals. Like you said, this will be a first to 3. Some more adaptation coming into play for either of these players, or Defiant can just sweep 3-0 like they do normally.
Or Defiant could be put in a position where they have to change to another character in the cast. Who could it be? It's the cast.
Yeah, one thing I find really interesting too about this character choice from Defiant is that, like you said, Londrekia is a character that Defiant really represented at the start of this lifespan, and starting to return to this character even more. I think really starting to prepare for CEO and EVO coming up.
Agreed, because I mean we could talk a lot about what Defiant chooses to play, but Defiant has had a lot of success on a number of other characters, including Aurier, Hyde, Carmine, and Kuon, all characters that they've played both online and offline. But right now, this Londrekia, where a lot of people in UNI2 were like, he's a little predictable, you know, he's got some sauce, but you have to be, you know, it's a mild sauce, if you will. Defiant was like, hey, these changes in UNI2, they're real good, and I'm going to show you how good they are. And I think he's been showing those off quite well. Toxic, for example, paid money for this video game and has not played it in this round.
Yeah, not only that, but Londrekia just has had more time to optimize now that we have rollback, now that we can play this character on a line without the fear of delay-based netcode. And look at that optimization from Defiant. IW to close off that first game. And we're just kind of talking about things that weren't super related to that game, but man, it just went so fast. We could talk about that so fast. But it was a speed run for Defiant there in that first game.
It certainly was. I mean, SGDQ, Summer's Games Done Quick, is coming up in 2 weeks, so, you know, we can practice all of our speed runs for that. And actually, in case you guys are interested in speed running fighting games, there are many fighting games that do have speed run categories, in case you wanted to play that as well. You know, add some spice to your fighting game. But spice is something that Defiant has in spades. His whole spice rack is full. Unfortunately, though, one spice got spilled because Toxic has Celestial, meaning that they have now 20% extra damage on top of what they already do, and a big counter hit coming out here.
Fine, stuck here in the corner, playing as patient as possible. The 2As playing not super committal. Low Rekka canceling early. The miss coming out, and there it is. Free punish for Toxic, recognizing the situation, going for the C slide, and that's going to be a full combo in the way of Toxic. Not enough to kill, trying to go for that assault overhead, but a great backdash from Defiant. These backdashes have just been on the point for Defiant for every single game they have played so far, and so often they go for those assault overheads where they just get outranged by it.
Alright, gonna get throw. Good stuff. Coming in for the lows. Very solid here. I mean, Toxic's great job on that round, but Defiant, you can't ever be like, oh, the mentality. No, Defiant knows what they're doing. Again, these backdashes that you called out earlier, Salta, you can see them again here, doing really well, staying out of the range of that gigantic sword from Nanase, and then was able to punish on the throw out from the disc, which didn't end up coming out because Toxic got hit and that eliminated the projectile.
You know, you can really tell that Defiant is feeling themselves when they're constantly going for these 6Bs on block, because 6B does have a noticeable dead zone. It does have a ton of startup, but is very plus and actually steals grid as well. So it was monumental in securing Defiant those multiple cycles, even if it was a bit of a risky option if Toxic decides to press between them.
A nice hit coming out there. Good overhead as well, but a counter hit, just taking advantage of the fact that Defiant could not press a button at that moment. Good stuff from Toxic. Good setup there as well. I really like this very, very much. But defense is broken. I thought Defiant was going to be able to use those green shields a lot better, but just got grid broken from Toxic. So could this be a round on the board for Toxic, or is Defiant going to get out?
Oh, this defense is massive for Defiant. Toxic cannot do anything to open Defiant up, and that grid is starting to build. Celestial for Defiant. The red mist coming out, but no response from Defiant. Still continuing to block everything. Just does not want to press anything, does not want to risk it. There it is! Oh my God! The air dash out, the one moment, sniffing it out, and getting the correct call out with the Icicle Rain into the full combo.
The important thing about that dash out was that the Icicle Rain was there to protect the entire thing. Toxic could not move. That was genius level gameplay out of Defiant. Comes in with the Rekka, is able to close that particular game out. That was nuts from Defiant. The blocking, the defense, and then just like you had called out, Salte, the jump in and then covering it with the Icicle Rain. Brilliant.
Defiant here really beating those claims that Under Night players can't block. That's for sure.
Defiant was blocking.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, tag. All right, going one up now. Toxics was trying to do so much work, and now we're back in the same situation. Just look at this defense. Low, low. There it is. And you find the opportunity.
And now you're just being thrown into the other corner. This is one thing we haven't really talked about so far, but you have definitely noticed is that Londrekia's corner pressure is absolutely absurd. Any one hit can just lead you to the other side, coast to coast, and I'm sure Defiant's going to do it yet again here. Oh no, we're going with the side top instead.
Backdash 2, once again, backdash is really coming out. Movement is a whole other level of gameplay that you have to be aware of here. The patience from Defiance. It's so odd sometimes to see him just be like run up and block, but that actually could have been better because Toxic is going to be able to potentially take this. Yeah, with the IW, definitely going to be able to get this round. I'm impressed with that. I'm not sure if Defiant just was sort of like playing chicken, so to speak, being like, are you going to do something? Yeah, that movement did get punished as I was just, praising it. But now, Toxic has to be careful because they are in that icicle state. So there it is. There's the extra skill that is going to be able to do some more damage. Sets it up again, too. And a throw to put you back in the corner.
Shields from Toxics here. But when are you going to get out? The 5BB keeping you locked in. The dash in. The Ice Flower setup as well. There's a throw coming out. You always have to worry about that when it comes to that setup because there's an automatic gap in between that allows for it. And this is going to be the round for Defiant. Actually, maybe not. We don't have the meter. We don't have the purple.
No, that's just a big comeback potential for Toxics. Yes, they have like a bit of life left, but the throw is going to be able to help them out. Just hit her in the face with the butt of your sword. It works out. I mean, you could have sneezed on Nanase at that point and she would have fallen apart.
It's so funny too because you see that Defiant try to go for it multiple times and got punished for like the first 2 times and was like, okay, I'm just going to do it again.
Like, just what if I did it again? You
wouldn't expect it.
No, nobody expects that. Oh, that time though, it almost looks like Toxic was trying to figure out if the grab was coming out, and then uses the Icicle Rain to jump once again to get out of the range of the disc. Such smart stuff from Defiant.
And you can tell that Toxic is really respecting that option as well, not trying to go for any committal anti-airs or any committal movement, because if they do, that's going to be a full combo for Defiant if the Icicle Rain does hit. There's a 1-button force function coming out on the side of Defiant, getting the side swap with the charged C Rekka as well.
Yeah, now though, however, Toxics is in that vorpal cycle. They did win it, but they're going to get hit by the force function. Gonna stop them right in their tracks. Yeah, go ahead. Use chain shift, get the extra meter, because Defiant is definitely gonna win this round. Oh, good blocking, great awareness, knowing that the disc was gonna come back. I kind of expected a throw out of that because of the way that Toxic is blocking so much. The side switch though, and just trying to go for these icicles, just pressuring with buttons, low skill, things like that. But Celestial coming out from Toxics again. The last time this happened for Toxics, it was really devastating for Defiant. Well, not if you get hit by force function.
Now Defiant just playing as patient as possible. Knows they need one more hit. Just needs to sneeze on Toxics to take this around, to take this set. One more interaction away. Oh, and the creeping edge to get through the fireball. Not able to get too much off of it. But what's more important is that Defiant is going to get Celestial, but they're going to get thrown by Toxics here. Chain shift out, and the red miss. The throw, and that's going to be the jump out JC from Defiant.
Jin Kisaragi from Blaze Blue, but there are some other things that he does have that are different characters, but that was a really good comparison to make, to try and, you know, for people coming in from different franchises to be like, is this a thing? Yeah, that is a thing. It's not exactly the same, but we're gonna keep going. This is also our final first to two, just so you know.
Yes, and this is going to be the run back to close this first two format off. MasamuneNinjo versus Keitoless. MasamuneNinjo getting the first real good combo against Keitoless here. Throwing them into the corner, getting the Vorpal Cycle as well, trying to go for that parry, and that's where it becomes very scary because look at how much reward MasamuneNinjo gets off of you trying to go for that parry attempt.
Right, and as a reminder, when we had this match in our, not even in top 8, it would happen earlier in pools, Keitoless put MasamuneNinjo into the losers bracket 2-1, so this was very much in Keitoless' favor, whereas MasamuneNinjo has been the one to beat in the loser side of this bracket since.
Just the 2A, dash up 2A.
Hey, you know what, if it works.
You know, I never really understood about the hype about Akatsuki at first, until I decided to try out the character, and I just did 2A the entire time. I'm like, okay, I feel it. I know what you mean now.
Dude, Akatsuki is him on occasion. And right now with the, I like to call the grab electric hedgehog, please do it 4 times. No, the backdash, and then the chain shift afterwards to keep yourself safe. Oh, that was a disgustingly perfect round from Keitoless, literally and figuratively.
Well, Keitoless taking the first game, already starting off strong, setting the pace of this set as well. If you remember, Keitoless did beat MasamuneNinjo 2-1. It was close.
Yeah.
So hopefully MasamuneNinjo can start to turn things around. But remember, MasamuneNinjo took the first game last time. So starting off with Keitoless taking the first game instead is going to be very, very important.
That's a really good thing to point out because it could, you know, put you on the back foot immediately, you know, go, oh gosh, I've only got one more, I've got to win 2 now. And I don't know if that's going to be the case for MasamuneNinjo, but they're playing more carefully than we've seen them. That roll, though, was able to punish the projectile very nicely, is going to get this combo started for MasamuneNinjo.
Oh, trying to mash out, trying to call out that drop from MasamuneNinjo, but MasamuneNinjo just hitting him with that counter hit, saying no, stay in that corner and stay, and just completely depleting that health, sucking it away. That's going to be the round for MasamuneNinjo. Very strong in return, in response to Keitoless' first game.
I like the adjustment and I like the confidence because you can tell that MasamuneNinjo is just like, I still want to play this, we're going to be fine. Oh, yeah, good cover there. Still working on the perfect. I'm surprised that the parry wasn't punished, but now we're going to get a throw into the other side. Oh, but a parry on the other. Both of these characters have parries, and you have to be so careful. The throw does not work out for Keitoless. The backdash does get out of there.
Yeah, it's so funny, too, because also Enkidu's parry is arguably better, too.
It does do a whole lot, but Keitoless really wants to speedrun this into the losers finals. MasamuneNinjo has a 200 meter, could do a lot with it if they get the opportunity to, but Keitoless, ooh, they got a counter hit, but nothing afterwards. It's just a hair's breadth of life winning for that throw,
Oh, that backdash was genius! But drops the combo, immediately dashing out, like, okay, I won none of it.
Oh.
And just making sure that Keitoless has to make the mag dash in if they want to take advantage of those fireballs. And now MasamuneNinjo rolling in, going unchecked, getting those plus frames as well. The dash in into the throw, not enough to kill. Back at the mid screen here, trying to go for another roll in, and the C fireball not enough to punish. Keitoless has MasamuneNinjo backed up into the corner yet again. MasamuneNinjo has Vorpal Cycle, will use that change and catches Keitoless on that backdash attempt.
That was so tense! Oh my goodness, the back and forth. What a fight from MasamuneNinjo where Keitoless could have really taken it, but that was where the shortcomings, the literal shortcomings of Akatsuki's moveset were showing. Because all of those projectiles, since they move so slowly, were just able to be sidestepped, essentially, and now, you know, MasamuneNinjo bringing it to 1. This is a first to 1.
Oh, you can tell that MasamuneNinjo is feeling themselves right now. As you can see, the Keitoless stuck here in the corner as MasamuneNinjo is going after correct guess after correct guess. And with the chain shift as well, this should be a secured kill to close things off. But no, we're just going to save it, hold on to it. Wants to play consistent, trying to get this perfect here. Keitoless holding their ground. The C fireball, that's going to catch the axe kick, and that's going to be a side swap for Keitoless to get things started.
Oh, don't make this like their last round. I'm not going to have any heart left. Okay, phew. Be able to use that reversal to end that round there. I was like, if this just keeps going, my blood pressure's going to go through the roof, and then I'm going to have to be yelled at by my doctor. UNI2 could potentially be harmful for your health. No, it's really not. Just play the video game. It's great.
Imagine having to explain to your doctor that you had your blood pressure rise because of UNI2.
Well, sometimes it do be like that. But what else it do be like is that the grid is now broken on the side of MasamuneNinjo. We did get the recovery afterwards, though it does end up working out decently. But a punish for MasamuneNinjo once again. Keitoless is just getting crushed.
All right. Backdash, tries to bait out some throws, bait out some parries. I think that's another important thing to be looking out for as well. Tries to beat touches out with MasamuneNinjo with the perfect spacing, and we're going to be able to kill, I think, with the IW. No, not enough. MasamuneNinjo probably confirmed into it a little too early. The throw tech attempt, and Keitoless avoiding it entirely. There's the eyes up, not able to get the full combo, but gets the grid break with that throw. We're back at very low life for both these players, and Keitoless getting the final throw to bring us to final game. Final round.
Oh man, this is really, really intense. That roll is going to open things up for MasamuneNinjo. But I did too. That was very, very smart. And then does punish the parry this time. Just was waiting. The patience on the side of MasamuneNinjo. They can taste it, but don't get too fresh with it, because if you do, it could be a lot of trouble. The parry is going to be punished once again. They did win the cycle. They're getting that extra damage now. They could potentially eat all of that and get the 200. They are going to CVO into the IW. Brilliant stuff. MasamuneNinjo taking out the person who put them in the loser's bracket.
Yeah, maybe he needs to cook in the oven just a little bit longer. But so far, we're just going to continue this run with the Nanase as always.
Right, and so we are going to be 3 out of 5, so buckle up because we've got some heck of a matches coming up. Losers Finals, Toxic versus MasamuneNinjo.
It's going to be an immediate finish right there. I wonder exactly what MasamuneNinjo tried to do in that moment, but either way, we get that forced function parry coming out from MasamuneNinjo, throwing Toxic into the corner and securing that Vorpal cycle immediately.
Ooh, okay, chain shift, and then the parry afterwards with the throw. Really good stuff coming out of MasamuneNinjo. Great awareness. Do it again. Oh, that time does get hit with the invincible DP, and that's going to be a start for Toxic. So Toxic's doing a lot of damage here. Nice setup with the rings, just creating pressure anywhere that they can.
Bringing them to the corner, getting that full combo. Drops the combo though. Okay, picking up with throw regardless. Getting the plus frames from the B fireball. MasamuneNinjo respecting it. But there is the max power, and what an option to go for. Toxic caught off guard and chasing them down into the IW. Nope, we're just going to go for the regular 100-meter spin instead. But I wonder if that's going to be losing MasamuneNinjo the game, because I think that IW was in kill range, and that gold throw not enough to kill a pixel of life remaining for MasamuneNinjo, and it's just going to be depleted as Toxic goes for another throw to close it off.
Sometimes just throw, and sometimes it just works. But that was a lot of work for MasamuneNinjo to do for it just to be quite literally thrown away by Nanase. And now getting into this particular one, I have to really highlight the fact that Toxic is doing a great job blocking. The parries have been working out well for MasamuneNinjo, but they do have to be careful since there is a good punish window on that if they whiff it. But Toxic is just not letting them get that opportunity. Great high-low coming out here. Big corner extension. Can keep going with the EX into a chain shift too. The grid is all in their favor. Everything is coming up Toxic right now.
Good block on overhead. MasamuneNinjo getting another strong counter hit against Toxic. Will secure Celestial as well to get that damage buff, and also get those extra wall bounces and ground bounces if they want to use those later in the next combo that they do find. The guard thrust coming out from Toxic, pushing MasamuneNinjo back into the mid screen where Nanase thrives, but the anti-air from MasamuneNinjo is going to stop Toxic in their tracks.
Ooh, big IW. Don't think it's quite enough to do it. No, even with a 4.8k. But that does put them in a fairly even life pool. However, Toxics is the one with all of the advantage of the system mechanics in their favor. They came in, they had Vorpal, they had Grid, they were in the advantageous position regardless of the health. And that was something, Salted, that you pointed out earlier, is that sometimes it's more important, regardless of the health, of the other meters and other things that you're using, because that could win you the round.
Absolutely, whether it's playing that stronger defense or getting more damage out of a combo later on in the future, or taking advantage of those Vorpal traits, which we haven't actually talked about too much, but we'll highlight as they show up.
Nicely. Thank you again for all the code contributions. Check on those in a little bit. We can't have any time to look away from your screen right now, as Toxics is up 1 and just opens up MasamuneNinjo. Masamune has been playing so well, and Toxics is finally putting a stop to this run, seemingly with the grid break.
Absolutely, gain the counter hit, falling down with the JA. MasamuneNinjo, this is going to be wraps for this round here in game number 2. Toxics yet to drop a single round, and definitely not looking to drop a single one as we try to get that game number 2 win, but a massive counter hit for MasamuneNinjo to get things started. And as I say that, like every single time they get Toxics into the corner, but Toxic just plays that corner defense so well. Like we're seeing right there, that tech.
Yeah, Toxic, I do want to highlight that because it is incredible stuff. With that 200 EXS, they're going to spend 100 right there. The Vorpal cycle is in their favor, going to keep the grid as well. Are they going to change shift? Because they're going to lose the cycle. No, not. They did just in time, but that does give MasamuneNinjo Celestial once again, getting that 20% damage buff, and could get... Nope. Oh, the VO from Toxic is going to bounce MasamuneNinjo back into this sort of neutral position right in the middle. Opens up. This is a big opportunity for Toxics now. There's a little bit left of VO. You're going to use it right there for the IW. It was the last actual second. 5.5k now. What is Masamune's answer, if any?
That's the overhead into the confirm. Drops it for a second, but able to clean it up in the end. Toxics with 2 games in a row over MasamuneNinjo, looking to once again put a stop to this incredible run that MasamuneNinjo has been putting on so far. And at this point, you deserve a break. Take a moment, take a breather, assess the situation. Don't immediately get back into things. Notice what you're doing wrong. Notice what Toxics is maybe doing wrong, so that you can take advantage of it. And with a character like Enkidu, once you finally sniff those mistakes out, he can take so much advantage out of those little interactions, because like we have mentioned so far, like Havoc is such an important factor, because even if you get a trade, you can still get combos off of those.
Really good breakdown of what's been going on so far. Toxics, though. Toxics looking to make that run back against Defiant. MasamuneNinjo, unfortunately, has not won anything so far in this losers finals. And once again, starting at a life disadvantage. However, is going to quickly reverse that situation, because they're going to open up Toxics now. Going into this left-hand side, what's the setup? Went for something a little sneaky, and that allowed Toxics to use one of their faster buttons to punish. Big combo now coming out for Toxics. Not going to throw out the disc, although they do have the ability to throw out the C disc if they want to. They did get a grid break as well, and just building so much grid, getting so much meter. Counter punish. Toxics is ready for everything. He got the answer sheet for the Enkidu gameplay and said, I choose the letter D for destruction.
Looking to make that run back against Defiant happen. One more game, one more round actually for Toxics, as now they are on set point against MasamuneNinjo. MasamuneNinjo really needs to get something started, because this is their last chance at staying alive in this bracket, in this losers finals, and this is one way to start things off and turn things back in your favor. Trying to go for the greedy parry, but not going to work out. Toxics playing as patient as ever and getting that guaranteed punish.
Gets thrown once again, and then you're gonna get the setups. Oh my gosh, Toxics is just so calm, so confident. They're walking that line of insanity perfectly. Look at the backdash and then covering it so well. Once again, MasamuneNinjo is caught in the spider's web. We don't even have Beatie on screen, and you're caught in the spider's web. gets thrown a second time, a third time, and then another time, and that is going to be Toxic's closing out the losers finals in a swift 3-0 fashion to go.
Defiant on the Londrekia as always, as well as Toxic on the Nanase coming in from loser side.
I am super thrilled. And also, you know, as far as things coming up, we would be neglecting a fabulous tournament if we didn't mention that coming up is Climax of Night once again, the French bed tournament. So shout outs to Shinobi for bringing that back. We are so hyped for you.
Awesome.
But we're into it now.
Awesome Blue Beach episode. One more shout out for that one.
Yo.
Here we go. Defiant. Oh, getting the reverse on the Rekka to catch Toxics on the other side.
Okay, yeah. I like the Defiant changed up the colors too. They're not in that purple anymore. Oh, the overhead once again. They weren't able to capitalize afterwards though. However, defense from Defiant. Defiance? I don't know. We're just gonna do stuff.
Okay, Fireballs will trade. Celestial going to cash out on all of that meter. Ooh, drop the combo, but can still reverse that and still stay plus, keep that advantage going. Coming up, Toxics and really backing up. They don't want to be put into that situation. And the moment that Defiant try to go for that 5BB cancel, Toxics was ready to punish with that air approach. And that's what makes 5BB a great whip punish tool, but it makes it a bit risky to go for, especially if you're playing against a character like Nanase that can go for this air approach to bait them out.
Oh, that was such a nice use of all of the different projectile skills because it got the ice in there. And then you use the EX projectile Defiant. Every time it looks like Toxics is making that little climb out of the hole, Defiant, it just says, no, I'm going to win this, getting hit with the low ender for the Rekka. So the Rekka does end differently depending on how you use A, B, or C. So that low is a really nice way to trip people up, and sometimes you can cross up as well, but now you're going to get thrown, and the throw does also have a launch with it, which is real nice for Defiant.
Nice Blossom set up, and there it is, the throw bait coming out. That's going to be the game for Defiant. Oh wait, no!
Is it?
He ended it early!
Or is it? News 11, we don't know, but that is going to do it with the ice projectiles. Oh, that was good stuff from Defiant. Again, every time it looks like Toxics has a chance, Toxics does not have a chance. Defiant is really playing spectacularly today.
Yeah, and just covering all those options that Toxics represents as well. Nanase, very airborne character, loves to just jump back and toss out the fireballs. Jump up, toss out the fireballs as well, go for those assaults. But when you do that, then those Ice Cold Rains can prove to be a very big issue because it basically goes full screen. But there's something really interesting that we're on our screen.
Oh, I know. So you told us about this earlier in the stream. So if you weren't around, you said that Toxics did play Seth. And we are going to get the switch to Seth. Now, Seth's an incredibly complex setup character. Complex in that there's a lot of movement and button holding that you need to do. If you're familiar with Negative Edge, that is a thing that Seth needs to do as well. However, Seth is a very high damage output, but he is a glass cannon. And if you hit Seth, it's like getting water on tissue. And you just fall apart, and then you got wet tissue everywhere. And you continue up with gross.
Yeah, that's certainly a comparison.
Yeah, that's, you know what, that's a thing that happened.
Yeah, but we've been highlighting movement a lot when it comes to Nanase with changing the air trajectory. But in terms of movement, Seth is the king of movement in this game. And that's going to be very tricky if Defiant is not ready to cover those options.
That is a really good point to make, but Defiant, you know, I will say that Defiant is being a bit more hesitant. They're using their strong buttons, they're using good pokes. They are going to get, there was not just the fourth function coming out, there was the similar moveset. They're going to waste the Celestial coming out from Toxics. They're going to get the sandwich situation, the backdash, just trying to get Toxics to do something, anything, get caught, and then get hit with the overhead. They're just letting Toxics hang themselves.
For sure. And that was a bit of an interesting run from Toxic as well, trying to probe a reaction from Defiant. However, Defiant just going straight for that overhead to call out Toxic's approach. And another thing too is that Toxic, I think, was trying to keep that purple cycle, but just gets hit out in at the end. So it comes into that interplay of how you want to approach the purple cycle, how you want to win it, and the risks you have to take to make sure it happens.
Precisely. It's a very, very good point to make. But now, you know, now we're getting to see a little bit of the power of Seth. You're getting those orbs set up. So the orbs can lock down and will lock down the character if they do hit you, but they can be eliminated by either hitting them or hitting Seth. So right now we're seeing the power of Seth and just knockdown straight into that orb. We're going to get the IW here. Should be enough to kill. Yes, it is. So we do get a round on the board for Toxics. This is a good character switch because we are seeing a lot more power coming out of it.
Oh, but there's Ice Gold Ring coming out in the punish, and because that activates the freeze state, Defiant can actually just go for that fireball and get that full screen confirmed from that.
Ooh, the flower coming out over there. I'm not sure if that's what Defiant wanted, but Defiant is able to make it work. I think they might have been going for the sandwich, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, then they're going to use that forward again. The 6B, so good. This is going to probably be a perfect, unless Toxic can do so. No, you cannot. That is going to be the IW. That is going to be the breakdown. So Defiant, very quickly, even with character switch, is going to put 2 up. I do think the character switch was good, though, for Toxic.
Oh, I think so, too.
Yeah. They're ready.
Toxic is very confident in this character swap, and because they lost so much with Nanase, might as well try something new. And I think that something new is starting to work out as Toxic is starting to get some leeway against Defiant in these games coming up, but they need to have a little more than just leeway because Defiant is on that final game point.
It's true, and so the move that I was calling out that looks very similar to Force Function is 4C coming out of Londrekia, so I'll be sure to call that out appropriately if we see that again. That time we did see the Creeping Edge, and there you can see at the end of Creeping Edge, you can just throw the character if you're aware that that's happening. No punish out of the corner there from Defiant, though, so that was going to be the beginning of 4C, that little tiny bit coming out there. Hit just charging is trying to win the cycle, doesn't work out for Toxics, but Defiant just like, you come to me, friend.
I don't need to approach you, just activates the freeze state, right? And as long as 2 fireballs hit, or at least 1 fireball hits and the freeze state is active as a full screen confirmed for Defiant, so Defiant can play patient if they need to, and there's a cross-up countered from Toxic. That's where that tricky movement comes into play. Defiant not expecting that to happen, and Toxic will be taking full advantage of that.
Yeah, good check on the gold throw there. Celestial is out for Toxics, and for some reason, Defiant is just in there. Always. I don't know how he does it so consistently. Does not matter, though, that extra 20% damage is going to work out for Toxics. Going to put another round on the board. This is really great stuff, but what a round opener from Defiant. Toxics, though, using that great fast movement that you called out earlier, Salty, being able to set up all of the different orbs and just spending meter right, left, and center because it's working out really great. Oh, I'm surprised when they got that hit on the low, they didn't keep going, though. That gave Defiant this opportunity.
And there's a side swap. This is a massive opportunity for Defiant, but not if you get VO'd like that Toxic. Correctly guessing and how has a lot of mirror to work with, and they can find a hit against Defiant, but Defiant just a stone wall as always in the chain shift, noticing that Toxic is going for the reland, and that will be a free punish on the side of Defiant to take this round. Now on set point over Toxic, deleting that health bar and making them pay for that mistake.
Oh my god, Defiant opened up his box of chicken nuggets and found out he got a 12-piece instead of a 6-piece with that one. That's what happened. Oh my goodness, just really hit the lottery there. That time, the Creeping Edge does not get countered. VO is going to work out using that Ice Rain, just trying to get whatever they can out of this. The tension in that moment. They're both playing so patiently. They want it. Toxic wants to put one on the board, extend, get us some more UNI2 here at TNS. But we are going to get a throw here, the change of reversal, and like a little bit of the counter coming out from Defiant, though. Ooh, they're both being so sneaky with their movement right now.
Blocks on the overhead. Blocks the overhead again. Not playing very committal. There's the turn. Taking back Toxic. Securing a combo. Also has a lot of mirror to work with. We're going to get 200 mirror for the IW in the extension from the orb as well. We're just going to go for that. We're going to go for that hard knockdown and the orb threatening Defiant. There's the throw for Toxic as Toxic gets their first game on the board.
I apologize for making chat want nuggies. I want nuggies too, I won't lie. That was very, very good patient gameplay from Toxics, able to extend the life of this grand finals and make Defiant think a little bit about what's happening, because Toxic setups, especially with those orbs towards the end of that and the movement, utilizing all of that very fast movement coming out of Seth to secure a win in this set. Really good stuff, and holy moly, that is a lot of damage.
moving away from the orb, and Defiant trying to take back their turn, but forgetting the orb from the other side of the screen, hitting him with the punish. Toxic immediately ready to confirm off of that. This is the force function, but Toxic doesn't really care too much about that.
No, I'm gonna get hit by a little bit of like the last bit of the Rekka. Does get hit with the low there. Okay, the counter to force function, such a great button. And just, okay. Pressuring now. Toxic is now the one who's being very hesitant. Was trying to get out there. Defiant was ready with the Rekka once again. The low to continue the combo. Uses the EX extension. Going to do another one in the sandwich situation. And then, oh my goodness, because they had already applied the ice state, the immediate hit from the sandwich put them into the crystal and got them the damage. Now look at Defiant. Defiant is the one playing with confidence, and Toxic looks almost helpless.
But Toxic's out of the corner. Make something happen because this is set point for Defiant. Getting that far knockdown into the orb step. Gets the counter hit as well. You notice that Defiant was confident in pressing a button right there. Normally you would be, but because you were backed up against the corner, Seth could actually get a real knee on it.
Ooh, big hit coming out from Defiant. What a counter. And Toxic's now in serious trouble. 200 EX on the side of Defiant. Are we going to get CVO? Nope. I was like, you're going to be saucy or you're just going to do the thing? I think we're going to try and close it out here. Just trying to apply that ice state one more time. Ooh,
the tension between both these players so far, and the throw coming out, it will be enough to kill. That will be the game. That will be the set. That will be the tournament for Defiant, taking it 3-1